Welcome all to the weekly outlook. Boone here from Elliott Wave Pro. We'll start off with the DXY again. So if we're looking at the H4, we got the WXY. We're looking for the X2 and then a Z down. I don't think this correction's over here. So I'll be looking for another leg up in here. So we got an A, B, C, then we get the A, B, C to finish off this X2, and then we get more downside. Last week I was looking for this possibly go up to the 38.2, but it's very shallow correction, so I'm just looking at the 23.6. Get another leg up here, 23.6, before we get that Z down. So that's basically what I'll be looking for on the majors this week. We're in this correction. AU, we've got H4. I was looking at this as the ending diagonal in Z, or an ending diagonal in wave Z. We got the bearish divergence, but it doesn't look complete. This is looking more bullish. We never got that bear flag that I was looking for. I was looking for a sharp move down and a bear setup to give us more downside. If we look here, we got bull hidden. So I'm looking for this top to get broken. And there must be a larger sort of a structure in here. Okay. So if we go down onto the H1, you can sort of see it's more bullish. We got bullish divergence between this low and this low here. We've got the impulse up, we've got a correction, and looks like we're getting another leg up here. I'm sort of expecting it to go and break this high here, because we got that bullish hidden divergence on the H4. So look for your buys on this one. We're right at the top, so it is tricky as well. You're buying the last leg up, so it becomes very risky. It's like that gold I've been saying for weeks and weeks, look for the gold setups, and we only got the sell set up last week and gold fell over. So eventually this will fall over. We will get the larger correction eventually. Because if we have a look on H4, we got Z up, we got a lot of bearish divergence up here. Eventually this will give us like a 50 fib retracement in an ABC down, or whatever correction it gives us, before it gives us more upside. So eventually, if you are going to take it, if you are going to take the buy, you definitely want to be moving to break even as soon as this top gets broken, and watch out for your risk, because it is getting risky to buy. EU, pretty much the same. I'm looking for this one here. Last week I was looking for, well, we were in here somewhere last week, and I was looking for this to finish, then give us this, and then this to finish off this X. So I'm sort of looking for pretty much the same as that DXY. It hasn't completed yet, this pattern. It doesn't look complete. It may go from here, and if it does go from here, it'll be internal. If we get this leg breaking the top, it'll be internal wave, and it'll still be wave Y. If we have a look, at this correction here, you can see that there's still plenty of time in the time factor for this correction to be over for this X. So it still can go up here, then down here, and then up to complete the structure up here, and then go. So still can get this leg down. We're in correction, so yeah, it's going to be a bit difficult to trade. You really got to trade on the lower time frames if you're scalping these sort of corrections, you know. They become very risky, but I don't think this is over. This correction here is over because of the time factor. So if we look on H1, we have got a breakout. You can't look for that buy. I mean, we got a nice impulse up, A, B, C down, or correction down, and we're breaking out. So, you know, if you want to take it, you can get it to break even. As soon as this top gets broken, you definitely want to be at break even by the time that top gets broken, because this can be an A, B, C, and then we get that A, B, C to finish off the X, and then we go. So you just have to keep that in mind. It's hard to find a direction at this stage, because we're at the top on a lot of these majors, and they're finishing off. So it is very risky whether you want to scalp the buys or wait for the larger impulse to sell, you know. GU. See, H4, we got the WXY up. We got an internal WXYZ on the H1, and we're getting this larger correction here. We're looking at this as a time factor. So I'm looking for this leg down and then look for the buys. And GU is looking a little bit better than EU, actually. So if we look in here, so wave B looks like it's pretty much completed. So we got the A, B, we'll get that C down to finish off that X, and then look for that buy. You can scalp it on the lower time frames. If you get a little bear flag in here, you know, you can look for that sell, but you definitely want to be at break even by the time this low gets broken. Then wait for the buy. You get a buy set up, look for that buy this week. NU's a little bit more trickier. If we have a look at the H4, we've got this A, B, C. If we go on to the daily, we got a WXY. So this can be a couple of different patterns. This can be an A, B, C for a running flat, and we go up in here, and the Y is over here. This Y here is over here, and this is the X here, and we go up from here. So that's one possibility when we're looking at. We don't have the crossover on the MACD, so I do expect more downside in this before it does go. But that's sort of what I'm looking at. Because we have all the divergence, there's no divergence on daily, but on the H4, we got a lot of divergence, so it is going to be tricky to, like, if we do go with this structure with the ABC down in here, this is our B wave, and we're getting the C down. You want to go down onto the lower time frames. like we do have all this bearish divergence here. We've got a lot of bearish divergence. So it is risky buying. We are getting a larger correction. So if this is the A, B, C, you'll have to wait for the break. I would be looking for sells as well, because we don't have any bullish divergence. If this gives a little flat in here, and breaks the low, you can sell. We don't have any bullish divergence, so you can sell as well. For the buy, you really need to go down on the H1, wait for the trend line break. See, we got a lot of bullish divergence on H1 here, but this is looking like an A, B, and then we get a C up for some sort of a running flat in here. So there's a lot of sort of structures it can turn into. So we get an A, B, C in the B, and then we get an A up here, a B, and a C up. And then we get the A, a larger A here, a B, and we get the C down. So there's quite a few different structures that can become. If you're looking for the buy, because we do have that bullish divergence, so you can look for the buy, but you want to wait for a trend line break, nice trend line break. See, this low hasn't been broken. This isn't the low here. This is the low over here. This isn't the low over here. So it's already broken the trend line. So I dare say this is a flat, an A, B, C on the H1, get a little spike up, and then more downside. But like if you go down onto the M15, you might get a little buy set up in here, and it might actually be worth taking. You're getting a little buy set up here. You have to be very careful. Wait for a nice break. Want to wait for a nice break, even a little flag out here, and then look for that buy. You eventually have to go onto the M15 if you're looking for that buy. But yeah, USD Japan. So if we go on to daily, so we got a WXY down. We just went past 100 fib. I'm looking for buys. H4 we got the WXY up. It didn't go to the 100 fib, so that's what's got me a little bit concerning. I mean, the 100 fib is a fair way away. Price isn't nowhere near that 100 fib, but I think if we look on H1, sorry, looks like we're getting a flat in here. Well, we've got an ABC so far on the H1, but this is looking very much like a flat. We got an A, B, C down as a expanding flat in here. Look for that buy to go and break that top. I'd be targeting this 100 fib here. Before you look for downside. I mean, here we do have a bull hidden divergence as well. No, we don't. No, we don't have a bullish hidden divergence. Sorry. No, we don't have a bullish hidden divergence. But yeah, it's looking like a flat here for more upside. U-Sheffy, pretty much what I said last week. We're in here somewhere last week. We're just breaking out of here. And I was looking at this as an A, B, and we get that C down to finish off this B wave. And then we get the larger C up before we get more downside. So I think we're going to get a more complex correction in here, like I said last week. That's sort of what the price action's doing. So we get an A, B, C before we get more downside for this larger. To finish off this Z, yeah, it doesn't look complete yet, this Z. This is looking corrective for more downside. So you can look for that buy. You can look for this internal C up, this H1C up. At the moment, it's giving more of a sell setup. So you really want to wait for drop down near the 100 fib or to at least break this low. Then start looking for your buys. If you get some sort of a buy set up in here or something, you can look for that buy, scalp the buy, and then look for the sell. UCAD, we're only looking for buys. I mean, this has actually turned into a larger structure. This has turned into a larger correction here. I was looking as a W, X, Y, X, Z. But this correction here is a lot larger than this correction here. So I can only go with a WXY down. So what I'm looking at now is like we get 3 down, WXY, then we get 3 up, A, B, C, and then we might get 5 waves down for a complex sort of a correction. I'm only looking for the buys. We've got a lot of bullish divergence here. And you can see that we're in a B wave. All this is so choppy that it's a B wave. It's only a matter of time before we get that C up. I've been saying it for weeks now that we're going to get this C up. It hasn't happened yet, but it will happen. Just like gold fell over, this will go. Just keep on looking for that buy. H1, we got a lot of bullish divergence. A lot of bullish divergence. So you're only looking for that buy. Whether you wait for it to break out of the trend line and give you a flag or a little correction and then buy, or you can go down onto the lower time frames and look for your setup down here to give you a better risk reward. But I'm only looking for buys on this one. I'll just go over A Sheffy because I've got that on Trading View. This A Sheffy, it's still going. It's a H4 trade actually. It's still going. It's very slow. I think I put the idea out around here somewhere. I think I put it out around here somewhere. I think I put the idea out and I was looking for an A, B, C to sell. It's still going. This may turn into a larger correction though. Like we might get this like an A, B, C for the A, B, C, and then go. I'm still looking for that sell, but at the moment, I'd definitely be, if you're in this trade, you definitely want to be at break even because this is looking like we will get this this wave up and then more downside. Sort of like that. What was it? The GU, I think it was, or EU. But yeah, so I'm looking for that buy. You can scalp this buy and then look for more downside. Get a better entry if you're in the short. I'm out of this trade at the moment. It's become too messy. So we just look at price action. This is reasonably sharp. This is reasonably sharp. This is our B wave in here. So we got an A, B, C. Then we get this A, B, C. And then we get the larger A, B, C to finish off this. GA, just have a quick look at this one. This one's really nice. There should be a lot of pips in this. So I'll show you this GA this week. This is a trade that I'm looking at. It's not complete yet. So we've got a nice impulse up. We're getting a correction in here for an A, B, and we get this C down. If we get that C down, I'm looking for the A, B, C. And this should be worth quite a few pips. If I draw the 100 fib on here, I think it's about 600-700 pips. We don't know where the end of the wave C is going to be to finish off the B wave, but I'll just put it at the 100 fib there. So we're looking at so 81 to 88. So yeah, like we're looking at around 700 pips. So definitely, if we go down on the H1, you can see it's giving a nice, it's giving us a nice structure. I'll put all this out this week, last week, but in the room, it's pretty much following the arrows. So I am looking at this. I did take the buy here. I took the sell in here, and took the buy, and I'm not in the sell. I'm waiting for a little flag in here, and I might scalp the sell. And then I'll look for that buy. The buy is the one I don't want to miss. I don't want to miss that buy for that largest C up. Could be worth around 700 pips. Gold. This is looking bullish. You can see here, this is looking very bullish. You've got a nice flag forming in here, or it's more of a correction, not a flag. I'll just move that. I was looking at this as an A, B, C on M15. Never got there yet, but we're getting an A, B, C, and then look for the sell. So you can look for that buy, look for the C up, and then look for the larger A, B, C down. Gold went really well. If you have a look on my weekly, if you have a look at the weekly, the first target is this 23.6. No, it's on the daily, is it? 23.6, but actually, why isn't it? It's this one here. I've got these other ones on. Makes it confusing. Actually, I haven't got that fib on, so I'll just show you. We got the retracement. The 23.6 fib. This was my first target. We hit that first target. I think I got around 1900 pips. I got in up the top here. I got in right up here on this little flag up here. Got in short. Didn't quite hit it. 23.6, but yeah. Depends what platform you're looking at. But yeah, it's very close to that 23.6, the first target. So now I'm looking for the larger correction, like the A, B, C, and then we get that larger A, B, C down. So you can scalp this one. You can take this flag here. I'd only scalp it though. We got a reasonably sharp drop, so there is bull hidden here. So we do have bull hidden divergence. It's not really confirmed though, so I'm just looking for that A, B, C before we get more down. So A, B, C, and then go and break the top. So look, if you're looking for a target, just go for that 100 fib. We don't know how deep this one's going to go yet, but you'll be looking for the 100 fib. We can use a fib retracement of all this. The 50 fib on here. So we've already nearly got to the 50 fib. So you're going to have to start to be careful because this can be some sort of an ending diag in here as a correction and then fall over. So whether you want to take that buy or not, scalp the buy. The larger impulse will be to the downside. So if you're not too sure, just make sure you don't miss the downside. But it is giving a buy setup at the moment. Possible buy setup. WTI. WTI looks like it's giving a larger correction. I thought it was going to go from here. I thought this was the end of the wave, like the A, B, C, and this was the end of it. We got this impulse up, but this is very deep, so this can become more complex as well. So we get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we get 5 down. So we sort of can get an expanding or a regular flat in here before we go up. This can become much more complex in here. We're not really sure what the structure will look at, what it will end up to be, but this is looking bullish at the moment with this. I think we got bullish hidden divergence here. No, we don't have bullish hidden divergence on this one. So you will have to be a little bit careful buying this because, like I said, it can become a lot more complex. This can be just an A, B, C, and it is looking very much like a B wave. Because it's become so deep, it can more than likely will just be an A, B, C. So we get 1, 2, 3, then we get 1, 2, 3, and then we get that 5 down as per Elliott wave. So just have to be careful. If you're looking for that buy, you definitely want to be moving to break even at the top. You definitely want to be at break even. If you're taking this break out here, wait for a little flag, a few sideways candles and take it. You definitely want to be moving to break even at the top here in case you get that larger move down. Bitcoin, we did get this may be complete. We did get the drop that I was looking for. It wasn't exactly the drop that I was looking for, but this can be a flat here. We did get this impulse down now. So I was looking for another impulse with this one. We did get that now. So if you took a little buy setup in here, you've done well. Hold it, move it to break even as soon as that top gets broken. So it's becoming complex. Not really complex Bitcoin, but we're getting up at a high, so it's getting risky to buy. You can buy this one in here after we got this complete pattern. It's more of a contracting flat. So we're only going to know it's contracting flat when this top here gets broken, but it's looking like it will break that top. Then you're definitely going to have to be careful because we're going to get a lot of divergence on the H4. And then you can look for that sell, like wait for the trend line break and look for the sell, assuming that this top here gets broken. I dare say it will. You can look for the buys. You definitely can look for the buys, because we don't have, at this stage, we don't have bearish divergence, because this is the high. So over here is a high, so we don't have that bearish divergence. But if you're looking to take this little correction in here, well, this one here, you virtually have to only buy just above the top. You can only put a buy stop because it's like a double top here. So you can only put a buy stop just above here, wherever this ends here, before it tags you. Put your stop loss under here. That's the only way you can really trade this at the moment on the H1. But yeah, you're only looking for the buys pretty much, because we got that impulse down. This was the impulse down. So this is looking choppy. Yeah, I'm staying out of it at the moment. It's too high for me to buy, and I didn't get this one in here. SPX is looking bullish still. It's not giving us the sell setups. I'm not looking at this wick here. That wick is a false spike. So I'm only looking at this as an A, B, C, and then we get that C down. So we get some sort of a flat in the middle for the A, B, C, and then possibly more upside. We're not getting that nice impulse down. So I dare say it's going to be choppy up here. Going to get a lot of corrections, because this was sharp, this is sharp, and this is a B wave in here. So we get an A, B, C, then we get the A, B, C for a running or expanding flat, before we get more upside. I'm only looking for the sell. I'm only looking for the sell. We have broken this high now with that false spike. H4, we're getting that bearish divergence. So, starting to get risky, looking for the buy. So we're getting all this bearish divergence the whole way through. I am looking at this as an A, B, C. Oh, that was pretty messy, but the A, all this is a B wave, and then we get that C down. I'm still looking for that C. We will get it, but yeah, just got to be patient with it to get the nice setup. Just waiting for that setup. DAX, might as well do DAX again. DAX gave the nice sell. So DAX gave that nice A, B, C, and this one should continue up and at least break this top. Go down on the H1. So yeah, this was your buy in here. So you could have only just brought above the top. This is looking, if we starting to look messy now. We don't have any bearish divergence, so you can look for buys. Like we got a W, X, Y. This is an A, B, C. They're all giving that same sort of a pattern. And then we get that A, B, C, then more upside. This one we do have the bullish hidden divergence here. So, yeah, look for that top to be broken. But like I said, it's still, when we look at price action, this is still, it doesn't look complete. we got to move down here, move up, just breaking the top, and then this is really choppy. So I'm looking at this as a B wave. So we get an A, a B, and a C. So we get that A, B, C. Then we get the larger A, B, and then the C down before we go. If we just get this tool out here, and we'll just have a look how big the correction is. So it does have a lot more correction to go. Oh, not really. It's around the same size, so it can go from here. If you do get a buy setup, look for that buy setup. Really, when it's like this, the safest way is to put a buy stop just above the top. And if this is the low, have your stop here under the low. If you get triggered, have your stop under here. Draw your trend line, and if you start getting trend line breaks, start to looking to move to break even. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the weekly outlook, and trade safe, and I'll see you out there next week. Enjoy.